Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Dr. David, and today we go over the best advanced core strengthening exercises. This is our third part of a three-part series. We've done the first two parts the last two Sundays. I'll link to it up above and in the description down below for beginner core exercises and intermediate, but today we pull out all the stops. It's going to be an absolute blast. Make sure you have your water bottle handy, and let's get into it. Guys, the research continues to show that the stronger you get, the better you're able to function in your daily life. That is what our channel is all about, getting you stronger, getting your movement patterns better, getting you out of pain. If that is something that interests you, definitely hit the subscribe button down below, as well as the notification bell so YouTube notifies you when we post videos every Sunday and Wednesday. The first group of exercises we're gonna do is different dead bug progressions from last week. So last week we showed you guys the basic dead bug with a resistance band to do some opposite arm and opposite leg. Now we're gonna make it much harder, and I'm gonna go through about 3 to 5 different progressions, so stay tuned. Okay, so we're gonna do the dead bug on this foam roller. So if you don't have a foam roller, definitely purchase one. I mentioned it in several videos before. Really important, you don't need this type. You can get a regular black foam roller. It's about $15 to $20 on Amazon at this time. And you're gonna align the foam roller with your spine. Going to be close to a wall. You're going to push your hands into the wall and tighten your core stabilizer so you're not arching your back on the foam roller, but you're keeping your core tight, pushing into the wall, bringing one knee up and one knee down. Make sure you're breathing the entire time. And we're going to do alternating on each side so you get both sides of the core to activate. This is actually a lot more difficult than it looks, because you have to balance yourself using your core on the foam roller. To progress to the next level, this is really difficult. Make sure you're bracing your core, you're pushing your arms into the wall, you're bringing one knee up, then the other knee, down and down. One knee up, then you bring the other knee up, down and down. Make sure you're bracing the entire time, then do the other way. Down and down. Down and down. Pretty difficult. Make sure you're breathing through it as you do it. You're bracing your core and you're pushing your hands into the wall. The other thing you can do to make it a bit harder is bring your hands closer together. That makes it much more difficult as well. About 10 times on each side with this. For the next two progressions with the dead bug, they are super advanced. So make sure you're good with the first two before attempting that. I'm not that great at it either, but it's an awesome way to progress. So same thing, hands pushing into the wall, bracing your core, one knee up, then the other knee up, and then we're gonna basically do like a bicycle as we go. Make sure you're bracing your core the entire time. If you're a rock star and want to take it to the next step, hands like this, same deal, pushing in. We're going to come back up, brace your core. And we're just going to go back and forth like that with resistance band around your ankles. Really tough. You get a crazy core burn with this. And about 20 times on each side. The second awesome advanced core exercise, we actually showed it last week, the beginner versions called the bird dog with some resistance, is a bird dog, but almost like a plank, and I'll explain. So you're gonna get into that quadruped position, make sure your hands are under your shoulders, knees are under your hips. Instead of doing the opposite arm, opposite leg, what we're gonna do is, on your toes, we're gonna lift the knees about 2 inches off the ground and maintain your core stability. Almost like a plank, just really hard. You'll see it looks easy, but I assure you it is very difficult. Try it out. Make sure you're not arching your back. Keep a nice stability with that. Don't lift up your head as well. And we're just going to try to go about 30 seconds, then 60 seconds, and finally about 90 seconds. And then back down. If you guys are really good at that, or you've gotten to the point where you can take it to the next level, here is the progression. So, on your toes, knees about 2 inches off the ground, keeping that right knee about 2 inches off the ground. You're going to bring that left knee out and back in. Don't put it back down. Now the right knee out and back in. Don't put the right knee down, 2 inches off. Then the left knee and back And then the right knee. And back. Still always 2 inches off the ground. About 10 times on each side. Do not feel pressure if you have difficulty doing it. I would say 95% of our practice members have difficulty with these exercises. So if you don't, you are truly a rock star, and if you do, just slowly work up to it. All right, for the next group of advanced progressions, we're gonna do the plank. We showed the plank last time in its basic form. Now we're gonna show it with a bunch of different progressions, so let's do it. We're gonna get into that plank position. Remember, nothing like that, nothing like that. At this point, you guys are all experts. Normal plank position. We're gonna lift up the toes, again, about 2 inches off the ground. Hold it for about 5 to 10 seconds, and then the other side. And you can just keep increasing the amount of time you do this. I'll usually have people do that for about a minute, alternating 10 seconds on each side. Make sure you're not arching your back, you're keeping your core nice and tight the entire time. Plank progression number 2. Get into that plank position. Instead of lifting the toes up, what we're gonna do is lift up and then out to the side and back. So you get some glute stability with it as well. Up, out to the side, and back. Make sure when you lift out to the side, you're not wobbling all over the place, right? Keeping really stable. Out to the side and back. Make sure you're breathing as you do this too. If you're holding your breath, kind of defeats the purpose. And I would do about 2 sets of 10 on each side. You could also add a resistance band, put it around your feet if you're super advanced, and you can do the same thing, about 10 times to each side. The next awesome plank progression, as you see, I've gotten rid of the mat because I'm gonna do a sliding technique and the mat's not gonna slide as well, so I'm doing it directly on the floor. I'm using this glider, super cheap, you can get it on Amazon, I'll link it in the description. If you don't have one, I'd recommend a paper plate, usually works pretty well. And you're gonna get into the plank position, same idea. And instead of moving the legs around, now we're gonna move the arm out to the side and back in. Arm to the side and back in. Make sure you're not flopping around over here, but you're staying completely stable as you bring the arm to the side and back in. And I would do 10 times on each arm. For progression number 4 in the plank routine, I've got a couple of really comfy pillows over here. I'm gonna get right into that plank position and just hold the plank in this position. The pillows actually make you sway side to side. They give you some instability. So really awesome to put some pillows there and do that. If you have a Bosu ball, which I don't recommend people get for at home, it's pretty expensive and limited use, then just use a couple of pillows. It has very similar effect. And so you could do it on your arms and you can put the pillow on your feet and do the same thing, just holding the plank for, again, 30, 60, 90 seconds with some instability for the arms and the feet. All right, guys, let's see if we can get through this final plank progression together. For this one, we come up onto the hands instead of the forearms, but again, not like this, not like that, normal plank position. And we're gonna do opposite arm, opposite leg. Brace your core the whole time. Try not to fall all over the place. And about 10 times on each side. Whew. After all that, guys, I need to drink some water. Let's get into the next few. The next group of advanced core strengthening exercises are gonna be the side plank in different variations. We showed the basic side plank last week. Now let's get into some progressions. Up onto your arms and feet. Last week we just showed the hold. Today we're gonna go up like that and back down. Bringing the top leg all the way up and down. Make sure you're not dropping, but you're staying nice and stable. Core brace, breathing nicely. Up and down. Up and down. For a progression after that, you can go back and here, back and here, and then you can come up like that and back down. Nice and stable the whole time. Knee up and back down. You can do about 10 times of each of those. To progress those last 3 exercises, you can have this elastic band around your ankles and feet. For time purposes, I don't want this video to be about 30 to 40 minutes for you guys, so I'm just gonna tell you what to do. Just put the band around your feet, the same thing, back, up, and then coming up. Again, if you don't have any resistance bands, I'll link it down below. It's only about 15, 20 bucks. Everyone should have resistance bands for exercise. Next awesome advanced core progression is a side plank to a plank and then vice versa. So we're gonna start off in the side plank position. And then in this position, we're then going to switch into the regular plank. Hold that for about 10 seconds. Then go back into the side plank. Hold that for about 10 seconds. And then back into the regular plank. So we're basically alternating side plank to regular plank. About 10-second holds for each one, and do it for about a minute. We've now graduated to the half kneel position. Couple of things to know before we start showing these exercises. When you're in the half kneel position, definitely have a pillow or something under the knee if you're having any knee issues. The other thing is, depending on where this other foot is make it much harder or easier. So if I have my foot out, I could still do these exercises. It's going to be much easier because your base of support is much bigger. If you bring the heel all the way to the knee, it's going to make it much harder because then it becomes like a real balance exercise. I'm going to show it like this, but if it's too difficult for you, bring the leg a little further out. So heel touching the knee. I have a weight over here. It's a 3-pound weight. You progress the amount of resistance as you're doing the exercises, depending on where you're at. Elbows never bent with this because then it becomes a biceps exercise. We're going to have the elbows straight and turning to the right and then turning to the left. If the heel is on the knee, it becomes a pretty difficult exercise. So it's a great core technique, great stability technique. We can also come up and down, and then my favorite are the diagonals, where we go one diagonal to the next diagonal. Try not to lose your balance here if your heel is touching that knee. It's pretty tough. And then we're going to go to the other diagonal and down. You notice I'm not going like that and going like up. So my arms are straight and coming down. About 10 times on each side without losing your balance. Now, if this is an exercise that really interests you, we've done this and a whole bunch more in the video that's showing up on the screen now. The best balance exercises that you can do, which involves a lot of core and hip stability. So make sure you tune into that video. Have an awesome day. Hope you guys survive this, and we'll see you next time.